With the release of the new Samsung Galaxy S10s, I've been asked many times if it's worth the upgrade from other Samsung Galaxy devices. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you everything that's new that can only be used on a Galaxy S10. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to Tech with Brett, where I help tech work for you. So in today's video, I will be using the Galaxy S10 Plus and the S10e to show you what's new and some of the differences. So starting off, we're going to talk about the new way to unlock your phone through the in-screen ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. Now, the in-screen fingerprint is only on the S10 or the S10 Plus. So if you tap the screen, right here you can see the little fingerprint icon. So that is the only area in which you can unlock the phone. So if I just press my thumb right there, you can see it pops up. It tried to read, it didn't recognize, and then I can just press a little harder, and there it was able to open it up. So that works if your finger is actually a little bit wet, which is really neat. And how it works is it takes a 3D sound scan and makes a map of your thumbprint so that it can be able to read that through the screen. Now, if you have the Galaxy S10e, the fingerprint isn't on the front of the device. It's actually right here on the power key. So if you just press like that, it is able to quickly unlock the device. Now, you will notice on the S10s, there is no iris scanner up here at the top, and that's just so that they can extend the screen all the way to the edge of the phone. Now, you probably did notice that when I unlocked my phone, you saw the little ring around the icon there. Now, it's actually trying to detect my face. So if it is able to detect my face, it can unlock it that way. And that is by setting up the face detection in the phone. Now next we have the new dynamic AMOLED screen. So Samsung has used AMOLED screens for many years, and that's what makes the screen so vibrant. AMOLED screens are able to have pixels actually be turned off when it's black, so that's how you have this really rich color on the background here. Well, the dynamic AMOLED is supposed to be a little bit brighter, and it supports HDR10+. So that's the latest standard in video or visuals on screen. So I'm really excited that this has this, and some of the applications that do support that is the Prime Video application. So if you're looking for content to be able to watch in HDR10+, go and check out that application. So next on the Galaxy S10, we have the new night mode. Now, if you have a phone with One UI, you probably have night mode, but one of the benefits of the S10s is you can actually set the night mode to turn on as scheduled. So instead of just clicking the button to turn on and off, you can set it to turn off at sunset to sunrise, or create a custom schedule for exactly when you want it to turn on and off, which is really handy so you don't have to keep coming up here into the settings, finding the little quick panel option and turning it on and off like that. The next update to the Galaxy S10 series is the sound quality. So it's actually 1.2 times louder than it previously was on the Galaxy S9. And up here in the settings, you will notice the Dolby Atmos. We've seen this before, but let's try it where we play some music and then we'll turn on Dolby Atmos to enhance the sound. So coming through my microphone, you probably didn't hear too much, but it definitely increases the volume and is able to push the bass a little more. And that also adds some enhancements when you are gaming. You actually have better 3D sound effects as well. So staying in the quick panel settings, we now have wireless PowerShare. So if you have the S10e, the S10, or the S10 Plus, you can wireless PowerShare, meaning you can wirelessly charge another Qi-enabled product that is compatible with wireless charging. So here I have my Samsung Galaxy Buds that is compatible. I could use my Gear Sport or the new Galaxy Watch devices, or you can actually charge another Samsung phone or even an iPhone, but you will not be able to charge an Apple Watch. They are not compatible with this charging. So once you tap on the icon here, it's going to start recognizing another device. If it can't recognize a device in about 30 seconds, it will stop the wireless power sharing so that it doesn't drain your battery. So let's start this one more time. Turn that on. I'm going to flip my phone over and then place a device on the back, and it's just kind of right there in the middle. And there you can see the red dot indicating that it is wirelessly charging. We can also try the phone here. So there it started wirelessly charging. And here it says it's going to take 1 hour and 23 minutes until fully charged. I did a full nother video all about wireless PowerShare if you are interested in learning about the speed that it would take to charge another device. But one of the cool things is, let's say you are traveling, you can take one charger to power your Galaxy S10, and then you don't need to bring another charger for your watch or your Galaxy Buds, you would be able to turn on the PowerShare, charge your phone, and charge another device at the same time. So I'm really excited about that feature for wearables. Now the next feature is called Bixby Routines. So this allows you to really enhance what your phone does depending on certain actions that you do. So it should learn how you do some of these things, but here's how you go in and manually adjust it. So we're going to go into the Bixby Routines, and then we're going to select Details. So here, this is something that I actually think is one of the best things that Bixby is able to do now. So here you have the good morning routine. So it can automatically change certain settings whenever that is enabled. Here you have work or home or before bed. So there's so many different options already available, but you can go over here to my routines. So I created one that whenever I open my headphones, it will automatically connect and then it will turn on the Google Play Music application. So that's one option that you have available. If we go back and we select the plus, here is all the different things that we could do. So we'll just call this routine 2. So if this certain things happen, so let's say if you are driving, or if you're at a certain place, or if you're charging your phone, or you connect to Wi-Fi, something would happen. So let's say if we start charging, select done, and then we go next, then this would happen. So whenever we charge, we could have it turn on the hotspot, or change the Wi-Fi settings, or turn on do not disturb, change the brightness. There are just so many different things that you can do within the Bixby Routines. So let's have it turn on the mobile hotspot. We would select on and then select done. So whenever we start charging, it's going to do that. You probably don't want to have that as an option, but here you can turn it off just like that. Now with Bixby Routines, we can also go to the home screen here, add a widget, and then drag Bixby Routines right to the home screen. And then it's going to ask what we want this routine to be called. So I'm going to call it night mode. And so it is engaged by tapping the widget. So I'm going to select next. And then here it says what is going to happen. So right now I'm currently in night mode. So when I tap the button, I want it to turn off night mode. So I'm going to find night mode and select off, and then select done and done. So now I'm in night mode, tap the button, and it turns off night mode just like that with one button through Bixby Routines. So next we're going to head into the text messaging application. We're going to go into a text here, and you do have a bunch of new options in the keyboard. So if we go into the menu here, or the settings, you have the keyboard layout and feedback, and here we can now do keyboard themes. Now most of this was added to the One UI update, so you have these adaptive themes where they can adjust the colors depending on the application you're using. But one of the new things that is available is if you go back here and open the keyboard, and then you select the 3-dot menu, you now have the live message option. So if you open live message, this is something that was previously only available on Note devices, but now you can actually come in here and you could choose a picture that you've taken, you could use your AR emoji that you've created, or you can actually just choose a background, and then you can choose a certain style of pen, a size, and a color, and then you can write a message. Just like that. When you play it, you can actually send this to a friend and it would play just like that. You do have the option to change from high quality GIF, normal quality, to an actual video file. And depending on how slow you write, that's how much time you can see that little white bar at the top. As I draw, it's taking up more time. Now, one thing that I do want to mention about the specs of the phone, so the Galaxy S10e does have 6 gig of RAM, which is great for the base model. And then the S10 and the S10 Plus do have 8 gig of RAM. So you have quite the speed in those devices, and they do support Wi-Fi 6 now, which is really cool. Hopefully I can get a router soon that supports that and can do some more testing. So now let's head into the camera application, and like on all Samsungs, you can double tap the power button and jump right into that. So one of the big new adjustments to the Galaxy S10s is the new cameras on the back of the phone. So here on the S10 Plus, we have the ultra wide, the regular, and then the zoom camera. So you have all 3 of those on the phone. And on the S10e, you now have just the 2. You have the ultra wide and the regular lens. And you will notice that the S10e does not have the heart rate monitor. So this is the first phone since I think the Galaxy S5 to not have a heart rate monitor there on the back. But those will be the difference between going with the two phones. The S10e does not have the 2x telephoto zoom lens. So here on the Galaxy S10 Plus, this is the regular lens that you are used to using. You've seen this before on other Samsung phones. On the S9, it added the dual aperture so it can actually adjust the light that comes into the phone. But sometimes you do want to maybe have a little bit more in your picture without scooting back, and that's when we jump to the ultra wide lens. So now we have the ultra wide lens. So you can see that there's a lot more in the picture. You can see all my mess in the room, and it kind of looks a little warped. That's just because we're a little bit closer, but this is going to be really handy if you're trying to take a group photo, or maybe you want to have a better scenery shot. The ultra wide lens is going to be really awesome for you. Now all the S10 models do have the ultra wide. And here we have the telephoto lens. So without having to move, you can do 2x zoom without having to lose any quality of photo. So it's an optical lens, meaning that it doesn't digitize or crop in the photo at all or the video. So you have a picture or a video that looks like this, a little close right here, but it's great because you don't have to move to be able to get closer to your subject when you're recording a sporting event or something similar. And then here we have another example of this flower. Here we have the wide shot, the ultra wide, and the zoom, all taken from the same spot. Now, for the most part, we've seen all of these other camera features before. We have live focus where it's able to blur the background, but you do have some other options here where it can do this spin effect, the zoom effect, or the color point effect. So here when we're taking a photo on the S10e, we just have the two options. We have the ultra wide and the regular lens. And then this little circle over here, this is the scene optimizer. So if you tap that, it will turn it on. It's automatically going to adjust the quality of the photo based on what you're trying to take a picture of. So if you're trying to take a picture of your kids, it will adjust for that, or just a little object. Sometimes you'll see it like pull up shoes or other items, just to really enhance what you're taking a picture of. And then you do have a night mode. So if it's really dark, it will pull up the night settings, and then you just need to hold your camera very still, and then it will bring in as much light as possible when you are taking a photo. Now, in the video section, you have a brand new feature up here called Super Steady. So Super Steady will automatically adjust the video when you are recording so that at the end you have a much smoother video. So this is great if you're doing action sports, or maybe you're just a little bit shaky whenever you're taking videos. This is going to be a good option for you. So let's check out some of the examples. Now, this isn't a full review of how these work. This is just kind of showing you what features are available. And then there are a few enhancements with Super Slow-Mo where you can actually increase the time from 0.4 to 0.8, but during the recording, it records everything in Super Slow-Mo, so you can actually go back and pick the exact point when you want it to be in slow motion. And now let's head to the selfie camera. So here in the selfie mode, we do have the option to change from a normal to a little more wide screen, which is pretty cool. And then for the very last new feature on the Galaxy S10, we're gonna head into AR emoji. Now this is the last feature, but certainly not the least. So here you can see my little emoji guy. So it's changed since the previous emojis that we've seen before. So to create one of these, you would just select the plus right here, and then it's gonna do just like it did before. So we just take a picture. It says keep your lips closed, and then here we choose if we want male or female, and then if we want kids. So we're going to select the male options there. You can still have long hair in this mode if you want to. And here it has created my emoji, so we can give him a name. Here we can change the look, so we can change the skin tone. We could change up the hair. This one's pretty good. Change the color. Facial hair. Turn it on and off, face, all these different options, which are pretty cool. And then when we're done, select back. We now have option to do clothes, and you can actually download more clothes from the Samsung store or the Galaxy store. So we have all these different options. And then if you need to download, you just select the download option. All of them are currently free. Then you can apply it just like that. So you have bottoms, outfits, and even shoes. You can adjust the shoes there. So now we're going to select next. And with the AR emoji, there's actually some pretty cool things that you can do. Instead of just having it automatically create different GIFs that you can send, you can actually custom create your own GIF images with your emoji. So now that we have our emoji created, we can click on the little home icon right here. This is kind of like our emoji home. So if we want to edit our character, we can do that. And we can scroll around, we can zoom in to see him a little bit better. Here we can actually adjust the background in this little room. So depending on what you like to have, you can do that. Background, we can go back. If we tap, it looks like we can interact with him. Here we can go and customize our stickers. So the stickers, these are like the automatically created GIFs. So if we don't like them, we can click remove, we can edit or share. But down here at the bottom, we have make custom stickers. So you can then take your little emoji, align him to where you want him to be. And then we can go down here and we can choose a different face. So here we got a little grumpy face, a happy face, surprise. So let's go with that one. And then we can choose another action to go along with the face there. So there we go. That one's kind of funny, pretty surprised. Then we come over here and we could add like other little options, other stickers. We can even add an emoji sticker inside the sticker. Here we have text, so we could add some text to it. And then here we could change the background. So depending on what you want the final outcome to be. I'm really surprised that it's raining. We select save, and here is our final emoji, and then we can select share and share it with any application that we would like to. So a few other things that you can do with the emoji. If we click the little picture right here, we can take a picture of our emoji and send it. But if we go back into our camera, turn on the emoji, so now we have the basic option where it's just going to look at my face. I can then move my eyes, and you can even see it has eye tracking now, which is kind of cool. Also tongue tracking. So up here we have the basic emoji, and then we can actually change it to a mask now. So now it's masking my emoji over my actual face. You can take a picture, or you can take a video. Only looks a little interesting. And then here we have mini emoji. So this little emoji, we can actually move around, and he's going to copy what we're doing, and then we can have a little video, or you could have somebody on the other side of the phone and then move around, and it will move around this little guy. And that is everything new you can do on the Samsung Galaxy S10 devices. If I did miss anything, please let me know in the comments below, and make sure you come and hang out with me over on my other videos all about the Galaxy S10 over here on the side. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.